.335 to center is not deep.
Nope, but that home run Mitch hit last week.
Oh, that was legit.
No Maplewood special needed. That's out of any park.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even get the lights on. Is the first question.
When's it going to start raining? Is the next one?
9:30 is what we might be looking at.
Oh, okay. So you have a little time.
Yeah, a little. You know, not every game can finish as quickly as the one we played last night.
Last night was fast.
Heavy rain soon. 8:08.
Oh. That's not 9:30.
No, that is not. Hold up. Rain starting. Thanks, I hate it. Let's say the National Weather Service. I mean, yeah, that is no.
Well, it'd be great if they start on time.
We actually started ahead of schedule last night, which is a
By a
rarity.
few minutes, yeah.
1 minute, technically.
We'll take it.
We know
no ground, but like when he's coming in to right field from where the extra hitter, the EH is on the back of the DH. So if the right fielder comes to catch, the EH goes to right field, and the DH stays in the lineup. The right fielder doesn't pitch. The right fielder is pitching. Oh, he doesn't hit. Okay. So no, but they should have 10. In this scenario, the pitch is not a relief pitcher.
Gentlemen. Yeah, that's the one thing. Yeah, one thing, you can't start until the lights are on. For another thing, let me show you the radar. Yeah, like we just thought it was going to be like, towards the very end when, hopefully we'll at least have an official game in, but much.
Because we're like normally you lose the game.
So, I know it's a little, here's where we are, and there is a very long stretching from 190 to 90. On along with the very way I came from seeing Klein and Winchell.
How do you use telecast?
So these are on YouTube. So they're live streamed on. Ours are live streamed on YouTube.
Can I pull them up? I'm just
Oh yeah, they're available on demand too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do I?
So our channel is youtube.com/@Blue Sox ICL. You just search @Blue Sox ICL on YouTube. All right. Angelo, line up.
Yeah, let me just, I'm putting 2 seconds.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the minute you hand it to me, it may get disintegrated by
you giving
rain.
a
So,
rep,
like,
too?
no, seriously, come here to look at this. Like, now the lights are coming on. That's a good sign. But how long will they be on? Please be kind. I'll keep this tab open for you if you need an update.
Yeah, okay. It's the lightning I care.
Oh, yeah. Actually, last week or the week before, we had a game where there was lightning in the distance a couple of times, and a slight rumble of thunder, but the skies didn't open up.
Yeah, I had that a week ago when I was at Concord Carlisle. It was the same thing. The sun came through, but it was slow.
Yeah,
It was fun.
but like.
Copy it down. Yeah. Give it back to me.
Yeah, we'll do. Also, I had that book of lineup cards in my car.
I want you to write off the lineup pad for me. Write out the lineup pad for me, will you?
Now?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Well, what the hell? I gotta do everything? Hello, hello.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
You look familiar?
Nah, just here to watch a game.
Yeah. Played football over across the way a few years ago?
I did.
Me too.
Long time ago.
I have a picture with you, you know.
No way.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien, right?
Yeah.
I'm Rick DeAngelis.
Hey Rick, how
I'm
you doing?
quite ahead of you.
Appreciate you making room for him on this team.
I understand from Pat McGowan, who was a Holy Cross guy like me, he's a hell of a good pitcher.
Yeah. Yeah, he's alright. Yeah, he's doing alright. Yeah. Thank you though. No, it's good.
Anyway,
He's excited because he's got
Jim O'Leary is a good friend. I know he's a good friend of yours.
Yes, he is, yeah.
I shared a couple of stories with your son already.
Yeah, don't tell him too many.
I told him one that O'Leary told me. Your wife was in it too, by the way.
No.
Anyway,
None of those are true.
excited about BC?
Yeah, very, yeah. Very excited. Yeah.
I'm partial to prep guys, so they get the right guy over there at BC.
Yeah,
Finally.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
You know?
Father Tony's over there, Father Tony Penham, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had Pete Frates, you know. I had him for 5 years here.
Yeah.
One of the greatest human beings, you know. You don't need me to tell you how great a human being he is and the whole family, you know.
So sad.
You know. Anyway, enjoy the game.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure the pitcher will do a good
I
job.
appreciate it.
Thank you. You got the card itself, like right out. Yeah, the card itself.
Always a pleasure. That's the big guy.
He's coming, I think. They're coming. He's coming to the Boston game. Gonna go to that. No, that was that might have been good. Alright, so back here it's just tight. I mean, if it gets lodged into anything, then we'll kill it. But we usually play, we'll play wide open, we don't cut off anything. If it gets lodged into something, we'll put our hands up, we'll hit the bat and it stays out, just play it. Yeah, we'll try to move it. This is, God. Why don't we, go back here, I don't want to pass the ball, we'll score a run. Over there, we'll just cut it off at the right corner. We'll just draw a line on that angle. Yeah, Nelson, that stuff needs to be moved over, please, to the end of the white pole, and on this side, the end of the white pole. Yeah. So, the second white pole. Yeah. So we'll kill that. We had to do this last week where someone caught a ball and they can't catch the ball, it's still not a play. Once it goes up there. So, but everything else is a play. Down there, if it goes in, we play it until like you can't see it. It's like a shot, you know, so we have hands up. Yeah, if we get stuck or something. Yeah, rain possibly. Instead of sunning on it, like
Right. Oh, God.
So do you have like the little trash icon? So if we make a bad call, you just push the trash icon and we'll never be seen again?
No, I'm
Okay.
You've never made a bad call in your life.
I gotta maintain some level of integrity here.
Okay.
Every time.
All right.
Play defense behind him. Come on. Go. Blue Sox. Dylan crap. I don't play anymore. Early enough. I think I've seen you so close to Lexington. I don't do college, so I do look familiar too. I'll play that.
All right, let's have fun.
Right on.
Heads up, heads up.
Shot to the center field or first goes in the shadow there. These are distance
All right, folks, it is once again time to play Beat the Clock baseball with the threat of thunderstorms en route from along Route 2. Lexington Blue Sox and the Stoneham Sabers face off in the second of two meetings this season. Sam Feely here with you from Maplewood Field at Malden Catholic High School, Malden, Mass. The Blue Sox, winners of three straight, each of those three consecutive wins by exactly 2 runs. And coming off a 3-1 victory over the Brighton Braves of the Yawkey League, despite getting out-hit by the Braves. Getting 3 of their 4 hits in the top of the 7th off Ryan O'Rourke. Yeah, you can sit down right there, that's fine. You'd have to go behind me to do it, unfortunately, yeah. So the Blue Sox at 9-3-1. The Andre Chiefs, who are off tonight, 8-4, but have a game in hand. Blue Sox can be the first ICL team to 10 wins this season if they can pick up a win here tonight, again, weather permitting. Craig Barnes will get the start on the mound for the Stoneham Sabers, and Mrs. Vanderzouwen's baby boy, David Vanderzouwen, will lead things off for the Blue Sox. Barnes making his 4th appearance of the season. He is 1-1 with a .75 ERA. Again, time to play beat the clock. Barnes looking in for the sign. And Mariners on one time, did not get it. The first pitch, 8:04. Down and in for ball 1. We are underway. Vander Zouwen at 227, 308, 409 is slash line with 2 doubles, 1 triple, and 3 ribbies. Boink. Wow. I had never seen, that's one of the many, many quirks about Maplewood here. You spike a ball around home plate, and never seen it go that high before, but there you go. It's almost like the concrete turf at like the Kingdome, or what they started with at the Trop anyways. Vander Zouwen ahead, 3-0. He has 5 hits. Only 2 walks and a hit by pitch to his line this season. And he's going to draw a 4-pitch walk to begin the ball game. There's Justin Bosland. He had a strong showing in his first plate appearance as a Blue Sox last night in a pinch hit for inch, drew a walk, stole a base. And he'll take ball 1, the Northeastern product. That pops away from the catcher, and to second on the play goes Vander Zouwen. Should be a passed ball on that one. It's a runner in scoring position with nobody out for Bosland, who's in the EH slot tonight. There is the first strike of the ball game for Barnes. 1-1. Barnes, I mentioned, pitching in his 4th game of the season, last pitch on June 1st against Andre. In fact, both of his decisions this season have been against the Andre Chiefs. A win on June 15th and a loss on July 1st, going 3 innings, allowing 4 hits, 4 runs, only one of which was earned, walking 4 and striking out 4. Had 21 strikeouts on 13 innings his first 2 appearances against the Lexington Bulldogs and that win against the Chiefs. That'll be fouled off by Bosland. Will stay 1-2. So Vander Zouwen getting the start in right field. Then Boz is the extra hitter, and Nick Anderson due up third. Pitch is high, throw down to third, goes into left field, and this should be an easy run for Vander Zouwen to score standing up. It is 1-0 Blue Sox. So stolen base and an E2 bring home the first run of the ball game. Base is empty. Still nobody out in a 2-2 count for Boz to work with. Walk, pass ball, stolen base, E2. Efficient start to Vander Zouwen's night. 2-2 to Boz. Swung on and missed. That came darting across, and he came up empty there. Didn't look fast enough to be a cutter, but Boz was definitely looking for something a little more out over the plate and did not get it. So 1 down for Nick Anderson. Blue Sox center fielder takes downstairs for ball 1. Anderson entering play at 438, 524, 875 for his slash line. 2 doubles, 3 triples, 2 homers, 16 ribbies, a little one hopper to second, on to first. Vander Zouwen's got quick feet, but they got him. And the Blue Sox dugout not happy with that one. 4-3 is the result of that play, and there are 2 down. Anderson, a 5-tool threat, and has 8 steals and 9 attempts, but unable to beat out that grounder to second. It was a high hop, too. They still got him. Here's Alvarez upstairs for ball 1. The Blue Sox, a week ago, picked up a 7-5 win in this very ballpark against the Malden Mad Dogs. And Anderson was in the thick of that performance for the Blue Sox, but unable to get on to start his night tonight. Breaking ball gets in there. Strike 2. 1-2 is the count to Jules. Alvarez at 286, 444, 429 with 3 doubles and 8 ribbies. Barnes delivers and darted a bit too far outside, and the count will be 2-2. That's on the outside corner for strike 3 called, and the side is retired. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Barnes, but the leadoff walk to Vanderzauwen proves costly as he comes all the way around to score without the aid of a hit or any batted ball of any kind. Half an inning in the books, 1-0 Blue Sox. So, the Blue Sox starter tonight is a familiar name if you're a long-time Blue Sox fan, but not the same guy. His name is Mike O'Brien. You may remember years ago, Mike and Matt O'Brien were formidable tag team in the Blue Sox rotation. But no relation, as far as we know here. And lefty making his Blue Sox debut tonight. Again, not to be confused with the Mike O'Brien of Blue Sox pitchers yore. Luis Quintero will lead things off for the Stoneham Sabers here in the bottom of the first. And O'Brien gets strike 1. Quintero playing in his 6th game, 200 average, 429 on base percentage, and a 500 slugging percentage, and 5 of 5 in stolen base attempts. He's behind 0-2 here. One and 2 is the count. O'Brien winds and delivers. And that bounces the plate, and Quintero's pulled even, 2-2. Just missed the outside corner, and from 2-2 to 3-2 for Quintero. High bounce to third. Walsh airmails. But that was a tough play anyways, with Quintero absolutely busting it up the line. I don't give that a base hit anyways. That was some considerable speed there, especially out of the right-handed box from Quintero. And again, 5 for 5 in stolen base attempts. We'll see if tries to test Austin Travis here in the bottom of the first. Blue Sox got a run in the top half, thanks to some speed shown by David Vanderzauwen. Will the Sabres answer? That takes a funny turn off the turf as Salima came up to field it, and home plate umpire rules, and I was just way out of the baseline at that point anyway. So it'll be a 3 unassisted put out, and to second goes Quintero. So tying run in scoring position for the Sabres as Nick Bartolini is retired on that 3 unassisted put out. O'Brien gets strike 1 in there to Michael Maselli. And hits the outside corner this time, and it is 0-2. So I want to get that same spot on the opposite side earlier. Did not, but looked like he got it there. Quintero dancing off of second. Long look by O'Brien. Comes home with it. Upstairs for ball 1. Count is 1-2 to Maselli. The runner in scoring position, 1 out. Breaking ball. Drops in there for strike 3 called. So Obi picks up his first Blue Sox strikeout. And the first pitch grounded to short, off balance throw. Got him. Tough way for Daniel Scalaro to be retired there. But the side is retired. Sabres get no runs on 1 hit and leave 1. We're through 1. 1-0 Blue Sox. And I just saw a little bit of a flash. I'm not sure if that was lightning or just the lights here at Maplewood. But again, remember, folks, we are playing beat the clock right now here for try to get as much of this game in as we possibly can with these thunderstorms looming, although I can't tell you the number of times over the years where, oh, well, there you go. That was definitely lightning earlier because there's some thunder. And I was talking to the home plate umpire before the game, and he said he encountered a similar situation what we saw at LHS last week or the week, it wouldn't have been last week, excuse me, because it was just the one game we played played here. Week before, where we had some flashes of lightning in the distance, but we ended up getting the game in its entirety and didn't even have to worry too much about the rain. We'll see if I'll continue to hold off or I'll pull up Noah again and see what we're looking at. Still does not look like any spots of yellow on the radar about to come over Malden or anything. Very worse, it still seems to be isolated around around that area of Route 2 between 495 and 91. Katrina, how are you and Tina holding up? So we'll go to the top of the second, and McCabe, Salima, and Walsh due up here in the top of the second for the Blue Sox. Barnes gets strike 1 in there. McCabe into right center field for a base hit and is going to keep rolling all the way to that amorphous outfield fence. A double for Mitch McCabe. Leadoff man aboard for the second consecutive inning for the Blue Sox, their first hit of the night. And here is Andrew Salima. Salima takes ball 1, and McCabe goes to third base on the wild pitch. So 1-0 and a runner at third. And that's a pretty easy jog to third at Maplewood. Likely not coming home from third on play like that again with this very short backstop. You don't usually see, this camera that close to home plate, but it is zoomed out all the way. And it's right against the fence, and you get an up-close and personal look at the game right there, folks. 1-0 count, runner at third, nobody out. Top of the second, Salima fouls this one off. 1-1 will be the count. McCabe against the Mad Dogs last week was 2 for 4 with a homer and 3 ribbies. He's loving Maplewood. Double to begin his night here. That took an interesting ricochet off the catcher for strike 2. And Salima. Salima getting the start at first base tonight for the Blue Sox. And Barnes got strike 3 on the outside corner with the fastball. Third strikeout already for Barnes. 1 down. Here is Dylan Walsh. So prior to that, Salima was only batting 154 and now has 7 strikeouts, no walks. Ties Anderson Jimenez for number 2 on the team in 14 at-bats, too. 1-0 is the count to Dylan. He's going to step out for a moment. Walsh getting the start at third base, and Charlie Walsh was on deck at short. 2-0 to Dylan. Didn't give you a chance to give you the whole Blue Sox lineup just yet, but it's David Van der Zowen in right. Justin Bosland, the extra hitter. Nick Anderson, the center fielder. Julian Alvarez, the DH. Mitch McCabe in left. Swing and a miss by Dylan, 2-1. Andrew Salima at first. Dylan Walsh at third. Charlie Walsh at short. Austin Travis behind the plate. And Brett Stone rounds out the lineup at second. Barnes with the full windup with the runner on third. And gets strike 3 call in the outside corner. I apologize, I had the count wrong, but back-to-back strikeouts now after McCabe got to third on that wild pitch. And whatever his catcher said after that wild pitch to make it 1-0 with a runner on third, it's working so far. So now it'll be up to Charlie Walsh to try and cash in. And way up and in for ball 1. Charlie. And just felt a spit of rain here as Charlie batting .267 on the season. That gets between the catcher's legs, and, well, I'll eat my words about not being able to score on from third on a wild pitch here at Maplewood as McCabe does just that, and it is 2-0. So again, the Blue Sox haven't driven in a run, but are up 2-0 here in the top of the second. Another 4-pitch walk, and Charlie Walsh is aboard to keep the inning moving here. That'll bring up Austin Travis, the catcher. Travis playing in his 9th game, 1 for 8 with 2 runs, 1 walk, and 4 Ks on his ledger this season. Got his first hit of the season against Palmer in his last game on June 28th. 1-0 the count to Travis. That pitch was just a little low. Walsh at first after the 2-out, 4-pitch walk. Walsh goes. The pitch is low, and a double clutch behind the plate will allow Walsh to get into second with the second stolen base of the night for the Blue Sox. Barnes entering play, 25 strikeouts, 4 already to get to 29, but compared to 13 and now 15 walks of the 2 he's issued tonight. Oh, wow, that looked pretty well outside, but Barnes got the call there, and the count is 2-1. Runner in scoring position for Travis. Picked up his first hit of the season last time. In his last game, anyways. His last game. I want to pick up his first RBI. If he can get one into the outfield. Two nothing our score. Blue Sox have the run in each of the first 2 innings here, and looking for more here with Charlie Walsh in scoring position after a walk and a stolen base. That's on the outside corner, even the count at 2. Brett Stone, the second baseman, due up next if Travis can keep the inning alive. Barnes comes set. Runner goes for third. The pitch is low, and Walsh gets into third standing up. Now, you talk about a fast track, a fast turf. That is exactly what Maplewood has for you. It can be tricky, though, sliding into some of these bags. Seen a lot of overslides over the years. But Travis comes up empty on a slider there to end the inning. 5 strikeouts already for Barnes. Blue Sox leave a runner at third. We are through a buck and a half, 2-0, Lexington. You want to look at the radar? You good? I know, right? But oh, put pressure on you. We know it's coming. Like what? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's different when it's adults compared to kids. Yeah, exactly. You mean the Umpires Association has that? Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. and God forbid we do, right? Angelo Colucci will lead things off for the Stoneham Sabers here in the bottom of the second. Mike O'Brien back to work for his second inning, and Angelo comes up empty for strike 1. Count is 0-1. Bounces to the plate, and the count will be 1-1. Colucci entering play at 233, 324, 300 with 1 triple and 8 ribbies. 4 walks to 3 strikeouts. Up and away, the count will be 2-1 to the Sabres player manager. Breaking ball swung on and missed. The count will be 2-2. Good curveball there. They often tell you not to throw too many breaking balls to opposite-handed hitters. That'll be fouled off. Because the breaking ball will travel into, essentially travels into the barrel of the bat that way. But swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for O'Brien, 1 down. But, not every pitcher throws a changeup. So you need a way to get opposite-handed hitters out somehow. Good Lord. 1-0. Just a bit outside. Matt Consigli at the plate. And a good comeback there for OB. It's 1-1. Don't want to overcompensate and yeet it over towards the Sabres dugout. You find the golden mean yet? It's 2-1. Consigli slashing 167, 318, 222 this season. Grounds is 1-2, the left side. Diving stop at third, on to first, 2 down. Dylan Walsh with redemption for the offline throw on Quintero's base hit. And the rain starts to pick up a bit more here. Here is Nick Callahan. And remember what I said, folks, I am prepared to just shut down the live stream if the rain persists enough. If you want live updates, please follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Tucker is going to be here to provide updates, and we've got this. Let me log in the score as well and get that over to Bruce as quickly as I can. But yeah, folks who were smart enough to bring their umbrellas, which that group does not include me, breaking them out right now. Please, actually, thank you. I actually have I have multiple umbrellas in the car, but again, I thought we were going to hold off until like 10 or whatever, and good luck with that. You people mean the world to me. I think so. There we go. Full count. Yeah, I did see the radar, unfortunately, by the time I did. Close enough to game time that too late to run back to the car and get it before we got underway. Y'all don't need to hear me pretend to know what I'm talking about for money anyway, so you can just enjoy the sounds of the game, right? 2-0 Blue Sox after 2. Right. Yeah, just keep in mind it's plugged in over in the dugout, so like. Do what you can. I mean, over here I'm fine. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's just not ideal when most fields at this level don't have press boxes. If we could play, I'd play every game in this league at Morelli. But again, that's a big if we could. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Roz, how you doing? Morelli's just a great facility in general, which is why we've played the ICL Championship Series there every year for the last decade. What, am I wrong? Come on, let me hear you say it just once. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left for the Blue Sox. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left for the Sabres as Brett Stone leads things off in the top of the 3rd. They're trying to lay one down here, and it is fouled off for strike 1. Stoney looking for his first hit of the season, and they're going 0 for 4 and 4 at-bats, but does have a run. And he's behind 0-2. He has gotten on base once this season via a walk. Looking for a base hit here. Upstairs, 1-2. Stone, Vander Zowen, and Boslin due up here in the top of the 3rd for the Blue Sox. 2-2 is the count to Stone. Sorry. Folks running for cover. I don't blame him. 3-2. I don't know if that's gonna matter too much pretty soon. The entire field is turf, but except for the pitcher's mound, that is dirt, and Brett Stone works a leadoff walk. So the Blue Sox get the leadoff man aboard for the 3rd time in 3 innings. The lineup turns over for Vander Zowen. We can start to see the individual raindrops all the way out there in the outfield. You know it's starting to come down pretty heavy. No lightning since that one flash around the very start of this ball game, but a swing and a miss for strike one to Vander Zowen. Led off this ball game by drawing a walk, got to 2nd on a pass ball, stole 3rd, and then came home on an error on that very steal of 3rd. 0-1 the count with a runner at 1st and nobody out in the top of the 3rd. There goes Stone. Throw down to 2nd. The 1-hop is not in time. 1, 2, 3, 4 stolen bases now for the Blue Sox in 2+ innings tonight. Nick Anderson last week against the Mad Dogs talked about McCabe's fine outing at the plate last week. Anderson against the Mad Dogs went 2 for 2, scored 3 runs, walked twice, and stole 5 bases. That is downstairs, and see a little bit of a tumble there from Barnes, and I don't know if you heard me having the discussion with the home plate umpire earlier about, how, you have less leeway for weather like this when you're dealing with high school games rather than, games with adults. As Vander Zowen hits this one into left field, that gets down for a base hit, one-hopping the left fielder. To 3rd goes Stone, and it'll be 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Obviously, you got to take a lot more safety precautions when you're dealing with, a game with kids as opposed to adults. Runner goes, pitch is high for a ball, and VZ picks up another stolen base. But remember, this is an intercity league game, so so in addition to still having to get an official game in, there's no mercy rule. There's the mercy rule in the interleague games against the Park League and the Yawkey League, but not in the ICL. That'll be on the inside corner for strike one to Boslin. Boslin struck out swinging his first time up. Barnes winds and delivers the 1-1. Bounces to the plate, 2-1. We'll see. Blue Sox have already had one game completely rained out this season, and they had another one against the Andre Chiefs suspended at about this point in the ball game too. Oh, that was a game that the Chiefs were leading 1-0. We haven't yet scheduled the completion of that, but in all likelihood, it's not going to coincide with the game that the Blue Sox have to play here against the Chiefs next week. Obviously, the Blue Sox want the home field advantage of LHS. That bounces away from the catcher, but a late read at third will keep the runners where they are, but is now a full count to Boz. Remember, with this, even though the Blue Sox are leading, but with the Sabers being the home team, if the Sabers don't take the lead in the bottom half of this inning, we have to play the bottom of we have to complete the bottom of the fourth in order for it. It's the bottom of the fifth. I don't know if it's actually regardless, you saw Boz go down strikes for the second time. We have to play 3.5 or 4.5 in the ICL. I always heard it was 4.5, but you would think at the 7 innings it'd be 3.5. Obviously, if the home team was leading, but anyways. Nick Anderson going for a fresh piece of lumber after that foul off. 2-2 the count to Nick Anderson, who grounded out to second his first time up. Second and third. And just outside for ball 3. Full count. Second and third, 1 out here in the top of the third. That hit him? Yes, it did. So it's going to be ball 4 anyway, but the hit by pitch prevents Stone from making a break for home. So Anderson's aboard for the first time, and here is Alvarez. At this point, I'm just not. I have to call the game off my monitor here, even though the action is literally right in front of me, because I got to dip the umbrella that much to protect everything. Strike 1. Make do with what you have, right? Got to be able to keep perspective. That's one of the things I've been learning. 0-2, and a little bit of renewed purpose here after that hit batsman last time. For Barnes. Alvarez, all right, with 1 strikeout, and make it 2. Seven strikeouts already for Barnes gotten Alvarez twice and Boslin twice, and that'll be up to Mitch McCabe. Bases loaded, 2 down. That's on the outside corner for strike 1. McCabe, double and a run scored his first time up. Fouls that one off. Long run for the right fielder. Not going to get close. But 1 strike away from getting out of this is Barnes. Stone at third. Vander's down at second. Anderson at first. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. A magic disappearing act by Barnes to leave the bases loaded. And the Blue Sox still only lead 2-0 after 2.5. Well, taking a look at the National Weather Service radar right now, and there's a little bit of a kind of a scattered orange patch around our area right now, according to the radar. But right now it's just, you know, a steady rain, though not a terribly heavy one. Worst of it does still seem to be all the way, you know, out towards Worcester County and the Pioneer Valley and such, but Blue Sox unable to add on to that lead. And the first 2 aboard and then loading the bases with 1 out, but 3 strikeouts in the inning for Barnes to keep Stoneham in this one. Oh. Generous strike call maybe there for O'Brien, who delivers. That'll be a ball. Bouncing at the plate, 1-1. Matt Shea. Ahead in the count, 2-1. That'll be on the outside corner, 2-2. Well, can't get too worked up over the missed opportunity offensively if you're O'Brien. Just keep doing what you can do to get your team the win. Bounce that one to the plate and then to the backstop, so it'll be a full count. Wow. Well, some heavier rain may be on the way by 10:15, so some more incentive to complete this one, but a strikeout here for Obi, his 4th. 1 up, 1 down. Will be ball 1 to Liam Stott. One and one will be the count. Stott, .357 batting average and 14 at-bats with 1 triple and 4 ribbies, plus 4 walks to 5 Ks. 3-1. Full count. Our full count. Back-to-back batters going the distance here against O'Brien. And strike 3 called with a breaking ball on the inside corner. Back-to-back Ks for Obi. 2 down. Dylan Laveau will try and keep the line moving. Dylan slashing 154, 267, 192. Takes a strike. Was 0 for 2 with an RBI in the first game between the Sabres and Blue Sox this season. One, two, the count to Laveau. That'll be low. 2-2. Bounce to the plate, full count. Not sure how much Obi has in the bucket here in his first Blue Sox appearance, but he's going to be getting up to 19 pitches now this inning after that foul off. First 2 batters going the full count, but both going down by way of the K. Well able to keep the inning alive there. That's Spoil. 3-2 once again. Here it is. Grounder to short. Charlie's got it. On to first. 1, 2, 3. Go the Sabres in the bottom of the third. Through 3. 2-0. Blue Sox. Who? I don't know now. Okay. Okay, on the Blue Sox. Nice. This is the first game here? He's played a couple. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, Obi's dad's Bill O'Brien. Oh, that's his dad? Yeah. Oh. He just walked out. Oh, he was here before? Oh, that's funny. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so at a beat on who the next coach is going to be? Is it going to be Casey, the younger Casey from Johnson Wales? Kevin? Well, another Tufts kid on the Blue Sox, and Michael O'Brien just finished his freshman year with the Jumbos. He's from Houston, Texas. He's a 6'3", 185. 14 strikeouts in 21 in the third innings. His dad is Bill O'Brien, head football coach at BC. Well, nugget there for you. So, you know, got the athletic protege there. 1-1 is the count to Andrew Salima. One and two to Salima, who struck out looking his first time up. Barnes still out there for the Sabres, 8 strikeouts through 3 innings. That'll be outside 2-2. Starting to get back to form in terms of his strikeout numbers. We talked about, 20 plus strikeouts in his first 2 starts. Salima with the grounder to second and on to first, 1 up, 1 down. I mean, gotta make the defense earn it. Can't just roll over to good stuff you've been seeing from Barnes to this point. Here's Dylan Walsh. Strikeout looking his first time up. Take strike 1. That was the first time tonight, by the way, the Blue Sox did not get the leadoff man on. Only just the 2 runs so far in a 2-0 ball game at the top of the 4th. Rain tapered off a little bit at the moment. Hopefully, after that, we can get an official game in and take it from Blue Sox can pick up win number 10 as that misses for ball 1. Mr. Hurley, do you mind? Oh, just I was actually going to think of closing it for a moment, actually. If you want to close the go, I don't know. I appreciate it. All right. I'm sorry, are the viewers falling asleep? Oh, my arm. I have a pacer, so the risk is increased, yes. Got to keep the blood flowing somehow. Ooh. A little bit of a hold-up here. One thing I've thought about getting at some point is compression sleeves for my arms that say, God has let me live another day, and I'm going to make it everybody's problem. 2 up, 2 down as Walsh goes down looking for the second time. 9th strikeout already for Barnes. It'll be up to Charlie Walsh to try and keep the line moving. Strike 1 to Charlie, who walked and stole 2 bases his last time up. Two and 1. All right, I think I'm going to need an umbrella pack. Just needed a moment's rest. Here. Oh, thank you. Little flare to center field for a one-hop base hit in front of the center fielder. So Charlie reaches base for the second time. Oh, he's going to keep going. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That is just a routine. That's supposed to be just a routine bounce into the center fielder's glove and whip it back into the infield, but oof. Oh, boy. So the inning continues. If there's any there's any saving grace, Barnes only needs one out to get out of this, and we've seen him get out of some sticky situations already this game, including one with Walsh at third 2 innings ago. You got the man at the plate right now, Travis, swinging to end that second inning with Walsh waiting in the wings. Fouled off the other way. 1-1 is the count to Travis. So Walsh with the hit and then getting to third after the bloodbath there in center field. Travis the other way down the line and right, that gets down. And then it gets away from the outfielders again, and Travis is going to get to second. Hey, get the insurance runs any way you can get them, right? RBI to base hit for sure. It is 3-0. That's a double in the book. Line. You got an E4 or an E9 on that one? All right. You heard the peanut gallery, Bruce. Here's Brett Stone. It's the Blue Sox with a 2-out run and another wild pitch with a funny ricochet over to towards Angelo Colucci over at first. And now we got a wait up moment because Lovo's a little banged up after that last sequence. See if he's going to be okay to continue. Well, we might have a change here upcoming. Well, those going to the dugout. Worst case scenario, we hope it's just an equipment fix that he needs, but they may need to dress someone else. Yep, what we got? Okay, Quintero's going to take it. All right, so Quintero's going to catch now. He's the DH. And he's going to put on the catcher's gear. And so I assume that means since Quintero's a DH, now he's going to catch that spot. So in Laveau's spot, the pitcher is going to have to bat. So this is going to take a minute, folks, again, because Quintero's going to have to put on the catcher's gear. Laveau out. Now, so I imagine he's going to need a moment to just, catch a few from both Angelo and from Barnes. 4.5 is an official game in the ICL, by the way. Thank you for that clarification, Bruce. So Quintero, who's the leadoff batter and started the game as the DH, is now going to catch. And since Laveau was the number 10 hitter in the lineup for the Sabres, that means the Sabres lose the DH, and so the pitcher is going to have to bat in the 10 slot. So Quintero remains in the leadoff slot in the batting order, but now the 10 slot for the Sabres is going to be whoever the current pitcher is. Although Laveau was the last out of the bottom of the third, so they don't have to worry about that for a while. It's going to be Quintero leading off the bottom of the fourth. But with this situation, I think the last thing the Sabres would want is to have this game suspended, and then, I don't know if you have to, and basically have a Chinese fire drill to figure out who's going to, be available to pitch and then bat in that 10 slot if we do have to suspend this game and resume it another time. But remember that ICL teams only play each other twice a year this season, as opposed to 4 or even 5 times a year, or because of the interleague schedule. So this is the last game between the Blue Sox and the Sabres this season. And when we left our heroes a strike. We got 1-1 to Brett. And Quintero, well, isn't that always the way? Isn't that always the way, like, you come into the game defensively and you have to make a play immediately, and unfortunately for Quintero, that got away from him, and Travis able to score, and it's 4-0 Blue Sox. And it marks the third run tonight that the Blue Sox have scored without an RBI attached. Travis driving in Walsh. Charlie Walsh is the lone exception. And now a walk to Brett Stone to turn over the lineup for David Vander Zowen. Runner goes, throw down to second, not in time. A little bit of an overslide. Again, we talked about the risk of oversliding here at Maplewood, especially with the rain. That can be another factor contributing to that. But Stone able to get in there for the steal of second. Grounder to the left side, gets past the third baseman into left field on that wicked hop. Rick DeAngelis will hold Brett at third. Absolutely smoked and took a hard hop off the turf and away from the third base, and I don't give that a base hit all the way. So first and third now. And here's Bosland. Runner goes. Pitch is a strike. No throw. Boy, and you thought Nick Anderson had the base paths all to himself last week against the Mad Dogs. One and one to Boslin. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Boslin comes up empty, 1 and 2. Again, can Barnes play damage control here? Or can Boz come through? 1-2. Down and in, 2 and 2. Nick Anderson due up next. Stone at third, Vanderzowen at second. Fouled off. And Quintero, I mean, that foul off, the Sabres don't want to be down 2 catchers. Already lost your DH to get him in as the second catcher of the game after Lowe had to exit, getting rattled on a foul ball earlier this inning. Be 2 and 2 to Boz. 2 runners in scoring position. Barnes with a full windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And again, a good job by Barnes to prevent things from going into full scram mode as Boslin goes down on strikes for the 3rd time and takes the hat trick. And we are through 3.5. Remember, it's 4.5 for an official game, but it is 4-0 Blue Sox. You want your umbrella back? Thank you. Yep. Oh, I think we'll know. Yes, sir. We got a new noodle. Oh, yeah. Thank you. So Lisco at first, and on the mound. Sounds good. Thank you. All right. So I got some changes for you for the bottom of the 4th for the Blue Sox. Night is done for Mike O'Brien. 3 innings. No runs allowed. Just the 1 hit. Quintero's single in the bottom of the 1st and 5 Ks rather. And he will give way to Mark Herlihy. Herlihy making his 3rd appearance of the season. No decisions, no runs allowed, 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Hasn't pitched since June 24th. Pitched an inning against Mass Envelope. Did not allow a hit or a run or a walk. He struck out 1 batter. Pitched an inning and a 1/3 against Melrose in that 10-3 loss to the Americans back on June 7th. When an inning and a 1/3, allowed 2 hits, no runs, 3 walks, and no Ks. So Quintero thrust into the catcher role after the injury to Dylan Luvo in the top half of this inning. will lead things off. He takes ball 1 against a new noodle. Herlihy. That is outside for ball 2. 2-0. So O'Brien with a solid outing in his Blue Sox debut. Again, no runs, 1 hit, 5 Ks in 3 innings. That bounces to the plate, and the count will be 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk to Quintero. So he is on base for the second time in 2 plate appearances. And you wonder how much this might be a factor of the impacted by the long layoff between appearances for Herlihy. As that is on the outside corner for strike 1 to Bartolini. Bart ground out to first his first time up to, that was a play that Salima fielded. But again, it's now Lisco at first base, as that is in there for strike 2, 0-2. So, again, the only defensive changes for the Blue Sox this half inning, you have Herlihy on the mound and Lisco at first. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good, and throw back to first, not in time to get Quintero. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Bartolini. And Quintero able to get back to the first base bag. And it looks like we have a pinch hitter for the Sabres. First pitch swinging, towering pop-up into foul territory. Lisco looking for, where is it? It drops. Oh, no, it didn't? Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Stoney coming out of nowhere as it went back towards the foul line and hauled in the catch. Good job. Lisco pursued it towards the fence, turned away from him, and back towards fair territory. But Stone with the extremely routine P4 there. Here's Scalaro. And that is fouled off for strike 1 off one of those posts up there and back into play. Oh, 0-1 the count to Scalaro, who grounded out to short his first time up. Quintero getting his lead off of first. He runs. The pitch is down and away and dropping the ball on the transfer, allowing Quintero to pick up the steal is Travis. Count is 1-1, a runner in scoring position for the Sabres. Well, if you are a Sabres fan, your hope tonight, at least so far, is rested solely on your battery, Barnes and Quintero. Barnes has been great on the mound, obviously allowed the 4 runs, but gotten out of some tough spots where the Blue Sox could have easily put it out of reach. I'll be down away for a ball, 2-1. And Quintero, I mean, he's got the only hit tonight so far for the Sabres. Now has a walk and a steal as well. And started the game as a DH, but had to move to catcher after the injury to Laveau. And the question is, well, I guess that's a ball, I guess. Looked like it was an infrastructure drop by Travis, but no advance by Quintero. It's just 3-1 and a runner at second. Colucci due up next if Scalaro can keep the line moving. A little pop-up. A sliding catch at second base. Stoney did it again. And after 4, 4-0 Blue Sox. Four runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 6 left for the Blue Sox. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 left for the Sabers. Go to the top of the 5th. We complete the bottom half of this inning. This will be an official game. Keeping an eye on the potential for more weather. Had a passing shower a while after a flash of lightning and a rumble of thunder, but didn't deteriorate too much from there. Looking at the National Weather Service radar right now, and yeah, it just looks like that we're already well past that, and yeah, it looks like the worst is going to stay north. So we dodged a bullet, folks. The remnants of Hurricane Beryl, I think is the name of the hurricane, but worst of it, avoiding our game. That's good to know. And Barnes back to work, sling that fastball to that wooden block there on the backstop, then ricochet all the way out to Angelo Colucci at first base for ball 1. Anderson, Alvarez, and McCabe, heart of the order, due up here for the Blue Sox in the top of the 5th. Anderson, 0 for 1, hit by a pitch his last time up. And did he check his swing and peel? No. 2-0. 2-0. All right. Oh, or maybe he did. Okay. All right. Well, 1-1. Waiting a long time to see if the appeal would even be granted, and now it goes from 2-0 to 1-2 in that quick sequence for Anderson. Different animal here. Mason Barnes this time around compared to the Mad Dogs last week for Anderson, when he quite literally ran wild on the Mad Dogs to the tune of 5 steals in that game. Trying to pick up his first base hit of the night. Ran out to second his first time. Got hit by a pitch last time. And it'll be down and away. Full count. Well, it's a tough break for Anderson, of course, because without that appeal, he'd be on first with a walk. 3-2 is the count. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Barnes continues to rack up the Ks, that's for sure. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 through 4 1/3 for Barnes. Barnes is now matched his season high, which he registered against the Lexington Bulldogs in 6 innings back on June 4th. Had 10 in 7 innings against the Chiefs, and coming in hot there on Jules for ball 1. And 11 Ks now, again, matching the season high for Craig Barnes. And Jules unable to hold up there, and it is 1-1. He's already gone down on strikes twice tonight. Bosland wearing the hat trick already. Alvarez has 2. Now he's behind 1 and 2, and further down the lineup you got Dylan Walsh, also 0 for 2 with 2 backwards Ks on his score. Well, Barnes pick up a season high here. 1-2. Nope, not there. 2-2. Inside corner, strike 3 called. Came back in to the front door. Alvarez down on strikes and make it a dozen for Barnes. 2 down, and here is Mitch McCabe. McCabe doubled. Came around to score in the second and struck out swinging in the third. Curveball again sneaks in the front door for strike 1. Fouled off. 0-2. So a season high for Barnes. McCabe into left center field, and that is off the middle of the fence. Drops right at the warning track. Throw into third, not in time. Mitch McCabe loves it here. A little bit of rug. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! A little bit. I was gonna say a little bit of rug burn there after the slide, but hobbling after getting up, sliding into third on that triple, and gonna try and stretch it out here. Hope it'll be okay to continue. Do not want to lose someone's a guy like him in this lineup. And McCabe, I mean, rightfully not happy with the placement with like the actual physical positioning of the base. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of the beast here at Maple. There's just a lot of just idiosyncrasies about every aspect of this field. Obviously, the first one you notice is the dimensions of the wall, 345 down the lines and 335 to dead center. But once you get on that field and you see, the turf itself, the areas right around the bases, it is a challenge to play in, but, it's a hitter's paradise. So that goes to the backstop. Here comes McCabe trying to score, and he does! Well, in sports, when you feel slighted for whatever reason, the best revenge is to score. And he does just that on a wild pitch. Second time tonight he scored on such a play. And it is 5-0 Blue Sox. Oh, by the way, it's a 1-0 count to A.J. Lisco. AJ getting his first plate appearance of the ball game and takes on the outside corner for strike one. Lisco, 2 for 14 on the season, takes on the outside corner, strike two. No extra base hits, but 2 RBI. And I'll be downstairs for a ball. 2-2, so had a crazy game last night, and we're having another crazy one here at Maplewood tonight. The Blue Sox hoping to ride this one to their 10th win this season, become the first team this year in the ICL to get to the 10-win mark. Full count now to Lisco. Tina's in her usual spot, not loving life. Yeah, the closet of comfort is the only way she will love life right now in those thunderstorms, right, dear? 3-2. Payoff pitch to Lisco. Grounded to the left side, fielded it short on to first, and that bounces. Sure that's going to be an E6 on the throw or an error on Colucci there for not scooping that. The throw was on target. I don't think the throw short on, but I think the throw was just on target. Just Colucci didn't get his glove in the right spot. I'm inclined to give that an E3. And it's an error regardless, and the inning continues. Try to wipe that out by trying to pick off Lisco there, but he's back safely. So after Salima finishes his night 0 for 2, Lisco is now 0 for 1, but he's on base. Walsh 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, both called third strikes. That bounces high. Oh, did that go out of? Technically, that's out of play, isn't it? And that's screen way up there? I don't know, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Wild pitch puts Lisco at second. I think the point where it would matter is Lisco wasn't running with the pitch. He's like more than halfway to second. I think he would get third at that spot point if that is out of play technically. But we are going to have a pitching change now, and interesting to see a pitching change in the. You don't often see a pitching change in the middle of an at bat, but after that last one getting spiked high, that forces the Sabres' hand here. Looks like Jack Mahoney is going to take over on the mound. Mahoney? Yep. So Mahoney will be making his 4th appearance on the mound this season. No decisions at a 10.51 ERA. In 3 1/3 innings, he's allowed 3 hits, 5 earned runs, walked 7, struck out 5, and surrendered 1 home run. Last pitch against the Andre Chiefs on July 1st. Went an inning, allowed 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and that 1 home run I mentioned. Faced the Blue Sox on June 5th. And went an inning and a third, allowing 1 hit, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, and 2 Ks. So that closes, well, not yet, doesn't yet close the book on, yes. Okay. Dom Gabardi, you said? Okay. Yep. We'll figure that out. We're going to have a change when Vander Zalm's next turn is coming, but we'll get those to you as soon as we can. So we'll resume Dylan Walsh's at bat here. 1-0 is the count. So Barnes is done. And Mahoney misses inside 2-0. Since it was 1-0 when Barnes departed. Walker, a strikeout, would be credited to Mahoney. He would have thrown 3 of the 4 balls, and strikeout, he would have thrown all 3 strikes. There's strike 2, 2-2 to Walsh. I'm sure he's glad to see Barnes go, but he's already 0 for 2 and hoping not to become the third Blue Sox player to wear the hat trick tonight. Did he somehow foul that one off? And if he didn't make contact, that is just an easy couple of bases. That is just on top of the, on top of the dugout. The Blue Sox dugout, in fact. It's all. Oh, wow. That is a pitch at a spot that has been pretty kind to pitchers tonight, but it is ball 3. And I think even the Blue Sox were ready to go back to the dugout, but wow, okay. Wild. All right, 3-2. Payoff pitch upcoming. Ball 4. Thank you. Thing. Yep. All right. So here's Charlie Walsh. First and second. 2 down. The inning continues. And that is low for ball 1. I'm not sure if I saw the Blue Sox are trying to run quite a bit after the catcher change, and even before then. But I'm sure they're going to try it after seeing McCabe get roughed up a little bit, sliding into third earlier this inning. 1-1 the count to Charlie. 1 for 1 with a walk and a single, 2 steals, and a run scored. Throw back to second to try and catch Lisco napping, but to no avail. 2-1 is the count to Charlie. So Dylan Walsh able to avoid the hat trick, picks up the walk. All this happening with, after the first 2 were retired on strikes, Anderson and Alvarez, in fact. 2 very good hitters. Getting mowed down, like a lot of hitters tonight for the Blue Sox have, by Barnes, but McCabe with the triple, scores on the wild pitch, forces the change to Mahoney. Lisco walks. Lisco reaches on the error, and that was a much closer force at second than it had to be, but the side is retired. Blue Sox pick up 1 more run on 1 more hit, 1 error, and they leave 2. Through 4.5, 5-0, Blue Sox.
I go.
Go to the bottom of the 5th. And that'll be on the inside corner for strike one to Angelo Colucci. Herlihy back out there for his second inning of work. Breaking ball misses up and in to Angelo Colucci to even the count at 1. A swing and a miss by Angelo. The count will be 1-2. Might want to go behind me, John Carlos. Yeah. Olympic hurdlers, y'all are not. Curveball down and in, 2-2. Colucci, Consigli, and Callahan due up here in the bottom of the 5th. Colucci able to foul that one. Oh boy. Came dangerously close to hit one of the light bulbs up there, and number of Blue Sox players would have been in the line of fire of some shattered glass if that happened. Still 2-2 to Colucci. Herlihy delivers, fouled off again. Well, grounder to the third base side, and that'll be a foul ball. Do it again at 2-2. Colucci last year for the Sabertooth Expos, 235, 381, 314 slash line. He had 2 extra base hits out of his 12 hits on the season, and both of them, a double and a home run, came against the Blue Sox. Missed down and away, and the count will fill. Three-two from Herlihy to Colucci. Here it is. And that'll be low for ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Angelo Colucci. Just the third base runner for the Sabres tonight. Here's Consigli. Down and away for ball 1. Colucci is 2 for 2 in stolen base attempts this season. And those steals came in back-to-back games against McKay and the Middlesex Expos. 2-0 the count to Consigli, grounded out to third his first time up. That is low and goes to the backstop. Oh, wow. Colucci was jogging into second, but Travis tried to catch him napping there. Nearly did, but it is 3-0 with a runner in scoring position. Consigli batting 167 on the year. Chops that one foul. In 2021, Consigli had an OPS of 1027 in the Yawkey League. And in 2023 for the Sabretooth Expos here in the ICL, 903 OPS, just 540 this year, though. Well, it is first and second. Nobody out to begin the bottom of the fifth for the Sabres. Here's Callahan. Struck out swinging his first time up. Too big a gap here to consider laying one down if you're the Sabres. Probably. Inside corner strike one to Callahan. We are in the bottom of the fifth. The Sabres in their final 9 outs. Got to get something soon without sacrificing much more time. Oh, 0-2 the count after that last foul off. It looks like we have a pinch hitter right now in the on-deck circle for Stoneham. Nelson Correa is in the on-deck circle with Shea's spot in the lineup due up next. Hurley looks at second and comes home with it. Didn't get the inside corner, and it'll be 1-2. Ball's already up there because I was searching for Correa's name on the Sabres roster, and that triggers the ball on a OBS hotkey. That is a foul ball. Reprieve there for the Blue Sox. The pace has slowed down quite a bit here after the rain passed. One and two is the count. Hurley accepts the sign from Travis and comes home with it. High for ball two. Throw back to first. Nope. 2-2. Colucci at second and Consigli at first after 2 walks to begin this bottom of the fifth. The Blue Sox up 5-0, but they were similarly comfortable last week against the Malden Mad Dogs, but the Mad Dogs made them earn every one of those last few outs of that game. Eventually, the Blue Sox hang out for a 7-5 victory, but tying run right now for the Sabres is still in the dugout. But it would move to the on-deck circle if Callahan can get on here. Ball for 3 consecutive walks to begin the inning. The bases are loaded. Still just 1 hit tonight for the Sabres. Quintero was the only Sabre to reach base until this inning. And now Colucci, Consigli, and Callahan have all reached via the base on balls to begin the bottom of the fifth. And Nelson Correa due up next to pinch hit for Shea. Correa on the season, a slash line of 294, 368, 294. 5 hits and 17 at-bats, no extra base hits, 3 runs, 2 ribbies, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 hit by pitch, and 2 steals in 2 attempts. Might be a spot for the Sabres to consider. Maybe a squeeze play. Try and invigorate the dugout and the Sabres fans. So the base is loaded with nobody out for Correa. Ooh. Fastball inside, ball one. Correa on June 5th went 2 for 2 with a run scored against the Blue Sox. Hurley comes set in the pitch. That's on the inside corner for strike one to even the count. Obviously through the Blue Sox at this point. We'll trade the run for 2 outs, so the infield not in here, just the third baseman off the bag, but not even in on the lip of the turf, and it's fouled off to make it 1-2. So Correa pinch hitting for Shea. Hurley looks at first, comes home with it. Breaking ball goes to the backstop, but ricochets quickly to Travis, and no advance by the runners. It is 2-2. Liam Stott due up next. Hurley looks at second and comes home with it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First out of the bottom of the 5th. So here is Stott. Struck out looking his first time up. That was against the starter, Mike O'Brien. Colucci at third, Consigli at second, Callahan at first. Did I just lose my audio? There it is. I see what happened. All right. Ball 1 to Stott. On the outside corner, 1-1. Have to imagine this would be Hurley's last inning. Fouled off. The count will be 1-2. First pitch tonight was at 8:04. He certainly ain't getting this one in the same amount of time we did last night. But glad we are getting it in. The worst of the rain staying north of us. 2-2. Now remember that the next spot in the Sabres order, that was the catcher's slot after Laveau got hurt. And Quintero, who started against the DH, moved to the catcher. That is the pitcher's spot. It's 3-2. It sure is not Barnes in the on-deck circle right now. Grounder. Threw it to center field for a base hit. Here comes one run. Here comes another. Throw is not in time. Base hit for Stott, 2 ribbies. And that is going to do it for Hurley. So we'll have a pitching change as Stott picks up just the second hit of the ball game for the Sabers. And the first since Quintero leading off the bottom of the first. Colucci and Consigli score. We have Callahan at second and Stott at first, and oh, that is Laveau in the on deck circle. Wasn't sure if he could bat. Did Quintero start? Quintero started the game as the DH, right? Yeah, and so can Laveau be the DH or? I don't. I'm not sure. Maybe I lost something, but I'm not sure if Laveau should be batting, but I mean, I don't think he's the extra. Yeah. So to be fair, okay, this is maybe I missed something, but I don't think so. I mean, hang on a second. Yeah. Oh, and now I just noticed that the camera's out, folks. I gotta fix that, folks. I'm sorry. I have to. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. I thought I heard that Quintero was the DH, but he might have been the EH because Laveau is now batting. So grounder to short, bobbled. Oh, he is safe. Everybody is safe. Okay. And did we figure out it was Quintero the EH or the DH? Oh God. Sorry. I'm sorry, folks. I'm trying to do a lot at once. Can you just fix the camera for me real quick, please? Yeah, just. No, like zoom in. No. Just zoom in a bit and then just zoom out real quick. Thank you. That's foul. No. Sorry. No. Now it's good. It's good. Sorry. You need. God almighty. I'm kind of trapped back here, folks. I can't answer a lot of questions that even I have. 0-1 the count. Everybody is safe after that missed opportunity for an inning-ending double play. 1-1 the count. Oof. Hard thump off the roof of the Sabers dugout. It's 1-2. I mean, it's too late now. If the Blue Sox want to try and challenge, anything, because. Sorry. Chance for redemption, short to second for one, on to first. Got him for the double play, and the inning is over. Wow. Quintero, once again, buzzing up the line, beat out an infield single his first time, but does not beat out this 6-4-3 double play. That ends the inning. Murphy's Law works overtime in television as we go to the top of the sixth. You people mean the world to me, as always. Travis leading things off for the Blue Sox. And he's ahead 3-0. Struck out swinging in the second, and Singleton scored in the fourth. Scalaro is now the pitcher for the Sabres, and I did have things I had things scrambled in my scorebook. I apologize. Quintero did start the game as the extra hitter, not the DH. So him behind the plate, and Laveau is just going to the EH, so just the straight flex swap. No problem there. And Consigli, who started the game as the designated hitter, is now in right field. Scalaro is now the pitcher. And now we got. Now what's going on? I'm sorry. Just. Oh, I mean. I'm just. Okay. We good? We good. Scalaro 3-1 to Travis. And that'll be ball 4. And are we gonna have a runner at first for Travis? Yeah, I heard, or I thought I was hearing Rick call out to Max Dushney, maybe in the dugout. What is? What? What? What in the world? We have a pinch runner at first, but it doesn't look like he's trying to. Deep breaths. Stone swings to the first pitch, chops it, foul. Oh, that is okay. All right. Could have fooled me because he wasn't wearing number 1 because we got 2 number 1s on the roster. So Chucky Capello is running at first base for Austin Travis. You know you can walk behind me, man. You know what's not fun? Having all this come crashing down, having to replace it all. Stuff ain't cheap. So it's not the most expensive stuff, it still ain't cheap. Scalaro hits him. Got a pinch hitter here for David Vanderzowen, and we're going to have to wait. Yeah, Dom. Yeah, yeah. So I got it. Dom Gabardi pinch hitting here for David Vanderzowen, and of course wearing a different number than what I have on the roster. Help me. Got a pickoff at second base for the first out. Full count to Gabardi. And ball 4. So after the pickoff at second of Capello, we're back to first and second here, and we're also back to the camera being out of focus. I cannot. I got to be back here, you know, at the table and everything. Unfortunately, I would just zoom in, then zoom all the way out. Yeah, there you go. Then zoom out. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Trying, folks. Boz looking to avoid the golden sombrero here. He's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Swing and a miss, and he is behind 0-2. Ball got away from Quintero for a moment, lost underneath the home plate ump spikes, but no further advance by the runners. It'll be 1-2 to Boz. Anderson due up next. Blue Sox leading 5-2 here in the top of the 6th. Fouled off. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Boz down swinging for the 4th time tonight, and it'll be up to Nick Anderson to try and cash in here. Anderson is 0 for 2. Grounded out to second in the first, hit by a pitch in the third, and struck out swinging in the 5th. A little high for ball 1. 1-0. In the bottom of the 6th, 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for Stoneham, including the pinch hitter for Bartolini back in the 4th. Bartolini actually had to leave the game because of, apparently, according to the Sabres, he was feeling unwell. But it's a player who is not currently on the Sabres roster, and we only have his first name, Jerry. Then it'll be Maselli and Scalaro after that. Well, Scalaro amping up the velocity here on the last couple of pitches. Didn't get the swing call on the previous one, but got Anderson to breeze right through that one. Strike 1, 2-1. 2-2. The Blue Sox tonight gone down on strikes 13 out of a possible 17 times. Make it 14 of 18. And again, the Blue Sox strand a couple of runners and unable to extend this lead. Still hope yet for the Sabres. Still time. We're only going to the bottom of the sixth. The Blue Sox leading 5-2. Okay. All right, we go to the bottom of the sixth and a swing and a miss for strike one. Oh and 2 the count. Bartolini swings and misses. Donato picks up the strikeout. One down here in the bottom of the sixth. I misspoke. That was Bartolini, but that was Bartolini leading off. This is the new addition to the Sabres roster literally today. Jerry, his first name is all we have, unfortunately. All right. Obviously, yeah. Popped up into left field and caught for out number 2. I mean, maybe deeper to left than it is to center, but still be tricky out there. 2 down, and that'll bring up Scalaro. Scalaro, now the pitcher, grounded out to short and popped up to second. Foul this one off for strike one. In the top of the 7th, the Blue Sox will have the 4, 5, and 6 spots due up. Alvarez, McCabe, and Lisco. That is inside for ball 1. Oof, just outside. It'll be a full count. And foul tip into Dush's mitt for strike 3. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Sabres for the first time since the third inning. We're through 6, 5-2. All right, we go to the top of the 7th. We're getting everything in order in our scorebook here for the changes for the Blue Sox. As that is strike 1 to Julian Alvarez, who is 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. So this is the batting order as it stands right now for the Blue Sox. We're just cleaning everything up here. That is down in for ball 1. Dom Gabardi is in right. Justin Bosland is the EH. Nick Anderson is in center. Alvarez a DH. Mitch McCabe in left. A.J. Lisco at first. Dylan Walsh at third. Charlie Walsh at short. That's down away 2-1. Max Dushney is now behind the plate after Nate Hartley pinch ran for Austin Travis. And then Hartley was the one who got picked off. And it is Capello now at second base after pinch hitting for Brett Stone. 3-1 now to Jules. And the rundown, the pitchers so far for the Blue Sox is 3 innings for Mike O'Brien, an inning and a third for Mark Herlihy, and so far an inning and 2/3 for Cole Donato. And Jules picks up a 5-pitch walk to begin the top of the 7th. And from what we understand, Jake Zawatsky is going to pitch the bottom of the 7th. But right now we are going to have another pinch hitter. And this is going to be Joe Auger pinch hitting for Mitch McCabe. And it looks like we're also going to have a runner at first, maybe. Yeah, it does look that way for the Blue Sox. Alvarez coming off. Is that Nakajima? It looks like the white helmet that Toby usually wears. Was it not? Try to figure that out in just a second. But we have a pinch runner for Alvarez now at first, and Auger is pinch hitting for McCabe. He's going to pop up a bunt here. It gets down the first baseline, but it rolls foul. So 0-1 will be the count to Joe Auger. So that puts an end to Mitch McCabe's night. He goes 2 for 3 with a couple of extra base hits, a double, a triple, and 2 runs. And I don't blame him, honestly, for don't blame the Blue Sox for taking him out after that interesting sequence with him sliding into third and getting roughed up by maybe the placement of the bag. This is a much cleaner bunt to the pitcher, underhanded to first. And a runner now in scoring position on the 1-3 sacrifice. So runner in scoring position and 1 out. And it'll be A.J. Lisco batting. Lisco 0 for 1, reach on error his first time, and takes low for ball 1. That'll be in there for a strike, and the count will be 1-1 to Lisco. Dylan Walsh due up next. One and two. Up and away. 2-2. Scalaro out there for another inning. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Well, we've already had one Sabres catcher get hurt. Dylan, the swap with Quintero with the EH slot, and now Quintero trying to walk it off. Do the Sabres have a third catcher available to them is the question. Been a rough and tumble kind of night. Really for both teams. Obviously the Blue Sox getting a scare with McCabe's slide earlier into third. Turned out to not be serious enough to take him out of the game. He ended up scoring shortly afterward on a wild pitch. Little chopper to the right side, fielded at second, on to first. It'll get the runner over to third. But now 2 down. So let's see what Walsh can do here with a runner at third and 2 down. Walsh is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk. I'm going to run 90 feet away, one that would push this game away from a save situation. An inside-out swing, barehanded at third, not in time, RBI single. It is 6-2. As Luke Deschanel was the one who pinch ran for Alvarez, and I'm sure Tucker's happy about that development. It is 6-2. Up and away for ball 1 to Charlie Walsh. So an infield single for Dylan Walsh. Brings home Luke Deschanel. And Charlie Walsh looking to get on base for the third time tonight. Throw down to first and nearly out to the U-Haul shed there, but a great reach by Angelo Colucci to haul that one in and throw foul side of the first base bag. 3-1. And there is ball 4 to Charlie. So Walsh with a couple of walks and a base hit, couple of steals and runs scored. Inning continues, first and second. 2 down. It is 10:31. Lights go out at 11 from what we understand, as here is Max Dushny getting his first plate appearance of the ball game. Travis ended up 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Ain't hardly pinch running for Travis. Got picked off at second. Let's see what Dush can do. Strike 1. Jake Sawatsky ready to come in. Try and finish this one off in the bottom half. Strike 2. Isn't that always the way? Down and in for ball 1. Plus, we've had both of our players who wear number 1 play second base tonight. Two and two, no dice there for the Sabres to get out of this one. Blue Sox leading 6-2 and hoping to make it 4 consecutive wins after that tough loss to the Yawkey League leading Brighton Black Sox and become the first ICL team this season to 10 wins. Full count, so gentlemen, start your engines on the next pitch. Checking in on the other ICL games tonight. A couple have already been logged as final. Wow. Sabres cannot believe they didn't get the call there. That looked good for strike 3, but instead it is ball 4. Dush reaches on the base on balls, and the inning continues for Chucky Capello. I mentioned a couple of games already logged as final. The Middlesex Expos beating the Boston A's 7-3, and Palmer unloading on the Bulldogs 16-1. Foul over towards the Blue Sox dugout, strike 1. So the Expos picking up the win. That gets them to 6-4-1, 13 points in 11 games. The Bulldogs and crushed there. Now at 5-9. Fouled off again by Capello. It is 0-2. And the Bulldogs at this point have lost 3 in a row, including their last 2, by a combined score of 32-6 to Palmer and Melrose. Did he go around is the question. He did. And that is strike 3, and the inning is over. The Blue Sox get 1, but once again, they leave the bases loaded. That has been a challenge for the Blue Sox offense, even during this winning streak. A chance to put these games out of reach sooner, but unable to capitalize on a number of opportunities. They have left 7, 9, 12. They have left 13 men on base tonight. That is wild. But 3 outs away from a Blue Sox win. Yes, Rick. Sawatsky got it. Yep, and I got all, and Pat and Tuck relayed the other changes to me. All right, thank you. Thank you. You heard the man, Jake Zawatsky, taking over on the mound to try and finish this one off for the Blue Sox. Not a save situation, thanks to that RBI single, infield single, in fact, by Dylan Walsh. Blue Sox have really been unable to punish the Sabres tonight, mainly for the walks. Again, they've left 13 on base, including 7 of the. They've left the bases loaded twice and left 2 on 3 times. Sabres pitchers tonight have walked 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 batters, 9 Blue Sox batters, but only 6 runs to show for it for the Blue Sox. Worth noting, too, that only 2 of those runs came home via any RBI, or batted it, you know. Vander Zouwen scored the first run on an error by the catcher. McCabe scored on a wild pitch. Travis scored on a wild... McCabe scored 2 runs, and Travis... I have this right? Yeah, just Walsh scoring in the 4th and Deschanel scoring in the 7th are the only RBIs tonight for the Blue Sox. So again, they've had their chances to put this one well out of reach sooner, but 22 minutes before lights out, it's not out of the realm of possibility for the Sabres to come back here. But again, a 4-run deficit with 3 outs to go. It's not a save situation. Colucci, who got a rally started in the 5th, swinging and missing a pitch up and away for strike 1, but takes that one downstairs for ball 1 to even the count. Only 2 hits tonight. I take that back. 3 hits tonight for the Sabres. Only had 1. Quintero's base hit leading off the bottom of the 1st was the only hit they had. 3-1 until Stott's 2-run single in the 5th. That at the time made it a 5-2 game, but Blue Sox get 1 back, but that's it. Well, Colucci reaches second walk for Angelo, leading off the inning. We know what happened last time he had a leadoff walk. Sabres started to make it interesting. So against Zawatsky now on the mound for the Blue Sox, the 4th pitcher of the night for Rick DeAngelis and company. Having a hard time finding the strike zone as the night is worn on. Zawatsky making his 4th pitching appearance of the season. Grounder to short, flip to second for 1, on to first, double play. Well, leadoff walk is erased, and the Sabres are down to their final out of the ball game. .643 double play got him out of Dodge in the 5th. This time another 643 double play, but not as dire a situation as the last one. Callahan will try to keep this game moving for the Sabres. They'll be up and away for ball 1. So again, Zawatsky, this is his 4th pitching appearance of the season. 1 save, no runs allowed in 5 1/3 innings, allowed just 1 hit and 2 walks prior to this one. And he's got 13 Ks to just those 2 walks and no homers allowed either. I got 3-0 now. Last pitch on June 28th against Palmer. Got the save in that win for the Blue Sox over the interleague visitors from the Park League. And that'll go to the backstop. And I think we got to get the camera back in focus here in a moment. But at least for now we're good. But another walk. Yep. Bases on balls piling up for both squads tonight. For all the opportunities the Blue Sox haven't been able to capitalize on tonight, same could be said for the Sabers, especially in that 5th inning, loading the bases on 3 consecutive walks with to begin the inning and only getting those 2 runs and having it all washed away by a 6-4-3 double play, and Colucci's leadoff walk in this inning also erased by a 6-4-3 double play. And Callahan back on. But you're down to your final out, and Correa, in his second plate appearance of the game, comes up empty. Now the Sabres are down to their final strike. Knowing that the lights are about to go out in about 18 minutes, and, never know if the rain's going to pop up again. I'm just going to say thanks for watching this presentation of Lexington Blue Sox baseball on the Blue Sox Baseball Network. The Blue Sox win 6-2 as Jake Zawatsky strikes out Correa to end the ball game. The Blue Sox go to 10-3-1, first team in the ICL this season to 10 wins, and the Sabres fall to 5-7. So it ain't another 2-run victory for the Blue Sox, but again, another one that I think that it was closer than they would have liked, and they might have their toughest test of the week tomorrow night when Ed Neal and the Boston Padres come to LHS for interleague action. It'd be good to see Ed once again. Old friend and a long-time fixture here in the Boston amateur baseball scene. And again, thanks for watching this presentation of Lexington Blue Sox baseball here on the Blue Sox Baseball Network. Don't forget to subscribe to this here YouTube channel and support the Blue Sox and the Intercity League all season long at intercityleaguebaseball.com and following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, first pitch for the Blue Sox and the Boston Padres. Final score from Maplewood, 6-2, Blue Sox over the Sabres. For all my righty friends here at Maplewood, my name is Sam Feely. Thanks for tuning in. Love you, Katrina. Party hard, Caitlin.